Many farmers are now coming to the conclusion that it is much better to hire one person and get him a good shepherd dog, and it will be much more efficient and cheaper. Dogs are replacing manpower. It's very convenient if you're a farmer. You just bring your dog along and graze those animals. You don't have to hire many people and pay them. You have a dog who is your friend, an assistant, and who helps you to operate your business. I have been surrounded by dogs all my life, and we've had all kinds of breeds, ranging from bull terriers, German shepherds. However, border collies ended up being our choice, since it's a universal breed that is used in various sports and farming. My wife and I had just 2 dogs. We couldn't have more in our flat, but we always wanted more dogs. We always dreamt of buying some land, a house, and living outside the city. We moved from the center of Kyiv to a very small village in the outskirts of Kyiv region to do what we like, to work with border collies and sheep. When we moved here, we bred some sheep, and we only had a couple dogs. Initially, we bought 3 ewes and a ram, which was 3.5 years ago. We mainly train dogs for sheep, since birds scare more easily, and cattle are harder to maintain. It came from England, where they use sheep. The border collie is an English breed. The first sheepdogs called border collie were registered in 1915. The breed originated from a county on the border between Scotland and England. That explains the border part of the name, and collie means useful in Gaelic. But there is another theory, according to which the name comes from the breed of sheep the dogs grazed. Black-faced sheep were called collie. The appearance of the border collie breed dates back to the 16th century. These dogs also had other names: worker collie, traditional collie, and English or farm collie. In 1976, the English Club officially recognized this shepherd dog breed. In 2009, British scientists gave the border collie the title of smartest of all existing dogs.
Right.
We got some Indian runner ducks to train young dogs that are afraid of sheep. They are large and threatening. Poultry is easier to graze, so puppies are trained on poultry.
Stop. Right. Right.
All sheepdogs are divided in 2 categories. The first one is dogs that follow the herd and protect it, but they don't control it. Those are Central Asian shepherd dogs, Maremma sheepdogs. Large, shaggy, white dogs that resemble sheep that attack predators and strangers attempting to steal a sheep. The border collie and other small shepherd dogs are friendly towards people. They can run out of the herd and bark at a stranger walking towards your sheep through the field. But that should be it, no more. A good border collie should not be aggressive towards people or animals. The main task of shepherd dogs is to help the farmer. They have different purposes. There are dogs who do a lot on their own through intuition. They keep the herd grazing on their own. There are sheepdogs that carry out all sorts of commands in a precise manner, such as dividing up the herd, moving it, bring one sheep back, separate one sheep from the herd. That's why it's important to take into account the unique features of a given farm, the farmer's needs, the breed of sheep, and what tasks the dog is going to perform. Sheep react to threats quickly, using their brethren for protection. The point is to have someone else between them and the threat, so they try to reduce the chance that something is going to happen to them by hiding in the center of the group. Now we're going to perform part of the program that is used both on the farm and at competitions. Some sheep got lost, so we're going to find them. The dog will bring them to me, then take them to the gate, lead them around to the right, and take them back to the shepherd. Dogs work on instinct, and only shepherd dog breeds possess this instinct. Lie down. Those are French, Belgian, Hungarian, and English shepherd dogs.
Английские овчарки, очень много различных пастушьих пород.
But the border collie is the most efficient and versatile. They're fast and can work over long distances, which other dogs can't. Border collies have a very strong herding instinct, which is why many farmers choose them. All border collies are smart, but they differ. Some have a stronger character, others are sly, some are direct or sincere, just like people.
Прямой, искренний, да, то есть это, в принципе, как и человек, у каждого свои определенные особенности характера.
Border collies are intellectual dogs. They won't work if you pressure them. You have to reach a consensus with them. You have to say, look, I want you to do this, and I'll give you what you want for that. Lie down, good boy. Good boy. The biggest reward for them is to continue working. He's working right now. The fact that he's lying down does not mean he's not working. He's watching the sheep, and if something happened right now, he would run up to them to gather them in a circle. And that's what they enjoy the most. If I started practicing commands with him right now, like sit or lie down, he'd do it all, but he'd be eager to get back to the sheep. He'd report and go back to work. The best thing about them is that their desire to work never goes away, even if it's hot, cold, or they're tired. These are dogs that some say would die working. That's why their owner must take care of them and not let them work for 6 to 10 hours, as they won't leave the field voluntarily. This is Ishot, a young guy and the most active and spoiled boy. This is DJ, our hard worker. He's the most efficient and the wisest. And this is a girl called Chica, who is more affectionate, but who also likes to work. Certain dog breeds have a distinct style of work. For example, there are dogs that move the herd a lot, and there are dogs that divide it a lot. They must be brave and have fighting skills just in case animals start fighting. There are also more gentle dogs, which are more convenient to work with on small farms. There's one distinct feature that border collies are valued for, which no other breed has. They can make animals back off just by looking at them. That includes buffaloes, cows, and horses. These dogs creep up silently to them, look directly at the animal, and the animal starts at the very least to back away. That indicates the quality of the dog. If you see that a border collie is doing nothing but running around and barking at everything when at work, then it's not a border collie. Their style of controlling a herd is different. It's calm and quiet, without conflict or noise. They are calm dogs that can exert influence over sheep, horses, cows, with a minimum number of commands. They are versatile dogs. They understand each other really well. Even though it's believed that sheep are a stupid animal, they are good psychologists. They can quickly determine whether a strong or a weak dog is working with them. They systematically show that they won't go where the dog wants them to, which can last from 20 to 40 minutes until one of the sides gives in. I breed dogs that work really truly well, even when it's hot, when it's cold, and when it's painful. When the sheep are new, they're afraid of the dog, and they try to run away, but there's no way to run when they're in their pen, so they start hitting the dog, and that's where strength of character and spirit are important. That dog, which bounces off and returns, even after getting kicked, the animal calms down and moves away. If a young dog is attacked by a ram and gets hit, naturally it can get scared and refuse to work. But during our training process, we teach dogs that they must be strong, fearless, and should be able to handle such a situation. That's why we train them. One feature of a good shepherd dog is that it shouldn't bite, at least as little as possible. Young dogs do sometimes bite, so they're taught that they can't bite sheep when there's no need to do that. Since this is a farming business, the sheep must not be hurt, neither their wool nor meat. A sheepdog is an assistant. Even if it bites, it's merely a way of influencing the animals. But a dog that is aggressive towards cattle is not suitable for work with animals. People come from various cities of Ukraine to get training here. Odessa, Dnipro, Kharkiv. We started going abroad. We'll go this year too. We started learning from the experience of European specialists. We can see that people throughout Ukraine are interested, so we're going to visit other regions with seminars and performances to develop shepherding across the country. Breeding goat and sheep has good prospects in Ukraine. Many people are curious about it. Some are already buying dogs. We want to keep developing it, to hold contests, give seminars, and to help farmers. It's hard work. Despite that, when I ask myself, am I happy? Is that what I want to keep doing? Or should I change something or do something else? I always know that the answer is I want to keep doing it. It's something I'd like to do. We worked towards this for a long time, and we took a long time to decide. After all, changing your lifestyle and place of residence is a drastic step. But it was worth it. It was exactly what I wanted to do. When I'm asked questions like, Marina, don't you want to go on vacation? I just say that I'll take my animals to the field, and that's all I need. Great, keep going. Perfect. I'm a better shepherd than the dogs.